Shut up, be quiet. Shh. Shut up, stop crying. Shh. You don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna, you don't wanna wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Nyabohanse channel, wherever you may be listening to me from. Welcome to my channel, where today I want to debunk lies and expose fake people running criminal organizations in the name of reaction. People who target innocent villagers because they believe these villagers have refused to side with them. We want to dismantle these criminal organizations and point them out to the relevant authorities, because only then will peace return to Nyabohanse, the YouTube village of Kenya. Please support me by watching this video up to the very last second. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Now today I'm making this video in disconsolation, because I think reaction in the real sense of the word has lost its meaning. When reaction becomes a den of lions, a breeding place for criminals, then we must sound the alarm. We must ring that alarm bell, because it means something is very, very wrong somewhere. These lazy gang reactors are now becoming incubating facilities, incubating organizations for violent criminals who threaten fellow villagers. The biggest threat here is Masubo 1. These criminal incubating grounds are funded by donors from abroad. The same criminals are now threatening the lives of other YouTubers like Wanda KE and others who have come out boldly on camera and said how they have been threatened by Masubo 0. Masubo in his current form, and I'm saying in his current form, because Masubo used to work at Aya Marwa's compound. And that time he was not a threat to anybody. But in his current form, he is the creation of the lazy gang, in particular AM Carol, Modesta, and Black Beauty TV. Because these are the people who reached out to Masubo, put money in his pocket, and released him, unleashed him to rain havoc in this village. The most shameful thing for me is that Wanda Ke's father abducted his role of protecting his son from a dangerous criminal and instead succumbed to the criminal's manipulation and created a video in exonerating the same threatener. I'm calling him threatener. In this case, Masubo. What father does that? What father does that? A father's job is to protect his son from any threat. So when that person who is threatening his son goes to him and convinces him in I don't know which way, don't ask me, that his son is doing wrong and he needs to reprimand his son, and then the same man goes to him and they create a video together saying that Masubo never threatened his son, you ask yourself, what exactly is going on behind the scenes? What exactly is going on behind the scene? The same Wanda K came out and made another video saying that whatever his father is saying is a lie, because Masubo actually threatened him. What father turns a deaf ear to his son's call for help? Because from where I'm standing, this boy is actually crying for help. But his father is either too afraid or too deep into this organization to come out strongly to support his son. I know, and you also know, if you have been watching all these reaction shenanigans on YouTube, that the first person through which funds are channeled to the gang in Nyabohanse is through I Am Carol. And she confessed it herself in her video, where she said that she gets these people donors, and these donors ask them to do certain things. In fact, she said, you have to do exactly what they tell you to do. They send you money and they tell you exactly how they want this money distributed and how they want this money used. So, A.M. Carol, you are the first point of reference. You are the one bringing in money that is causing all these criminal activities in Nyabohanse, and you will be held responsible. Modesta, you are the first person who started getting money into Nyabohanse through fruits. Money you sent to Max to threaten people in the village. All these threats that started in the village started with you. If you go back to when Mama Ann's house was built, did you ever hear anybody threatening another person? There were hundreds of YouTubers who came there and worked voluntarily, came to see Marwa, etc., etc. But there was no threat. Nobody was threatening the other person. Until you, Modesta, and BBTV and your crew brought your claws into this village. And you have now created monsters who are now a threat to innocent people in this village. We also know that YouTubers have been approached by these donors, trying to entice them with money so they can say damaging things about Marwa and his family. And for those like Wanda K who refuse to toe the line and join the negative reaction team, punishment, threats, harassment followed. Is this reaction? Is this reaction? The truth is, when this goes from positive or negative reaction to threats, then the administration must step in before things get out of hand. Because it means no one will be safe in this village. People like Congrats Mom, Congrats Dad, Marwa, his friends, his family, who are the targets of these negative reactors, will not be safe. The relevant authorities must be made aware of the looming security issue in this village. A security issue that is created by people funding organizations in that village. You had the real stories from Prince Odinga, Popeye Africa, and Wanda KE. The issue started with simple internet bullying orchestrated by 2 or 3 Nigerian women, Black Beauty TV and Modesta and her cronies. But this has now morphed into a bigger organization of hooligans operating behind the scenes. There are internet prowlers and shady donors on one hand out there. And then there are violent criminals like Masubo prowling the ground, looking for people who do not support their agenda. These people are ready to do anything to protect their cause, so long as there's someone to finance the operation. And the operation is being funded by donors, channeled through I Am Carol, the evil woman sitting next to her screen in Bungoma. These donors, they have been watching and they know that Masubo is a loose cannon with a history of violence. And yet, they still send him to do their criminal things. Prince Odinga actually came out clearly some time back. Not even today, not yesterday, not even when Wanda KE came out. He came out in the same way Popeye Africa came out and said how his life was in danger and that he could not go back to the village. Many people dismissed it with the usual phrase, he is looking for views, because that's the only thing they know, views, views, views. Now, other young men have come out in the open to say how Masubo threatened them because of videos that they made about, in this case, Popeye Africa, the video he made about Marwa's alleged fake father, and Wanda KE because of some reaction videos he did some time back in the village. This video about the fake father is the same interview Irene reacted to. After Masubo brought out that man, Irene reacted. And this caused BBTV so much distress that she came out and abused Irene in her own channel. I did a video about that, how she came out and abused Irene. Is she the one who is being given the funds to pass to Masubo that he was used to bring this man? Because knowing Masubo, you all know Masubo, his pockets are dry every day. He doesn't have money that he could have used to undertake this kind of mission, to leave his home, fuel his motorbike to go to some other village. No, Masubo cannot afford that. He has no money. Somebody had to have paid him to do that. Is it Mr. Kinyanjui who said he sent Masubo on a mission? Or is it Black Beauty TV who was enraged when Irene disclaimed this fake father? You are the funders of these crimes that are now threatening to take place in this village. This same Masubo lied that it was the so-called Marwa's father who reached out to him. Yet we know that he had been sent by one of his subscribers, a Mr. Kinyanjui, who sent him for that mission. And this just shows how many people are funding these violent people. What would someone in another country or in Kenya want with Marwa's father? Tell me, Mr. Kinyanjui, or whoever it is, BBTV, Carrot, what do you people want with Marwa's father? There are many children in Kenya, even in that same Nyabohanse, and even in many parts of the world, including Germany, where you are, BBTV. Children whose biological parents are unknown. Why haven't you come out to look for the parents of those destitute children who really need their fathers? Mr. Kinyanjui, why haven't you come out? Carrot, BBTV, and whoever else is interested. Why haven't you come out to look for parents of these many destitute children in Kenya, or even in Kiambu, wherever this Mr. Kinyanjui comes from, or if you live abroad? There are so many destitute children in those countries. Yet you have never come out to look for their fathers. If that is your mission, make it your mission and look for fathers of children who need their fathers. Marwa is not destitute. So what is your vested interest in Marwa's biological father? It is time for the government machinery to come in and sweep out these criminals before this thing morphs into a bigger organization that will be a bigger threat, not just to Nyabohanse, but to the neighboring communities. And to think that a grown man with a wife and children can embark on such a useless mission for a person he doesn't even know, because there's money involved. This just tells you what these people are capable of doing if someone is paying them. These are the people who can sacrifice or sell their own parents, their wives, or their children if the price is right. And to think that an unknown man or an unknown woman is driving them, pulling the strings to have them do things for them, is so dangerous, because it means behind the screens there are very many dangerous people ready to send money to people who are willing to do things for them. It makes you wonder what their next mission will be. But let me tell you, this will not end well for many people here or abroad. Because this is no longer a reaction. This has taken a criminal turn, and crimes are being committed for donors. If you look at the comments in Masubo's channel, for example, you'll see Modesta cheering him and encouraging him, telling him not to worry, but to continue with this mission. What is his mission? To threaten people? To carry a knife and threaten people with it? Are you the ones who are providing funds to support this violence and threats to people who oppose you? Because you are now beginning to operate like the mafia community, where anyone who opposes your plans are threatened with terrible things. Because that's exactly what he told Popeye Africa. He told him that terrible things will happen to him. And he gave an example of Prince Odinga and Wanda Ke. Like I said, this issue should now be brought to the attention of the government. Because funding criminals is a criminal act, or any criminal activity is against the law here or in any other country where you are. Because this is no longer a local issue. It's an international issue where people with money from countries abroad are becoming a threat to a community, a local community. It's not a local issue. Operating or funding criminal activities in other countries are criminal offenses. So don't think you're safe because you can hide in the country where you are. You are not. Criminals have been arrested in other countries for crimes they have committed in other different countries. You're now becoming a threat to another country's security. This is because Masubo can easily carry out the threat, cross the border to Tanzania to avoid being arrested. And the financing will continue to be channeled to fund him from you, the so-called donor. Do you know what will get you arrested if something happens? The money trail. The money trail is always there. It always leaves a trail. So please beware. If you want to do reaction, do reaction. But if you want to change to other things, then think twice. Marwa brought YouTube to Nyabohanse. Yes, he did. That is at the truth, at the bitter truth that you have to swallow. Did he start criminal organizations? No. He has never funded anybody to commit a crime. He has never asked a donor to fund anybody to commit a crime. If you look at people who have been mentored by Marwa, they are simply doing their own things to improve themselves, to better themselves. And if donors decide to fund them, fine. But that money goes into investments that will benefit them. But for you, lazy gang, your donors' aim is just to destabilize people in the village, cause chaos in the village, bring dissent in the village. That's basically what you finance. You started with Marx, and Marx brought a lot of commotion in the village. When Marwa had this party, you decided you want to destabilize the party and cause chaos. You brought in Ernest, you brought in Marx again. You used Marx to get people. So you can now start your own shenanigans again. This has to stop, my dear. This has to stop. Thank you very much, my viewers and my listeners. This is what I wanted to share with you. Please like, share, comment. Let me know what you think about what I have said. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Let me know. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.